Sean Diddy Combs investigation. New surveillance video shows Combs being taken into custody in a Manhattan hotel last week.
And this is the hotel where Sean Combs was arrested a week ago. You can now see how that arrest went down. This morning, watch how federal agents took Sean Diddy Combs into custody. He's seen in this video entering the Park Hyatt Hotel in Midtown Manhattan with others when agents from Homeland Security Investigations approach and separate him. A day earlier, Combs seen out and about in New York with his family, seemingly in good spirits. Combs has pleaded not guilty to racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking, and prostitution charges.
Hey y'all, welcome back to Carla and Bruce.
Hey everybody.
It has been a long time.
Long time.
And so while we're away, it seems like a whole lot has been going on in the news. So we kind of just wanted to talk about what everybody has been talking about, and that is
Sean
P. Diddy, Puffy,
Combs.
Love, Puff Daddy.
Yep.
The Diddler.
No, we're not
gonna say the
calling
Diddler.
them,
Okay.
calling them names.
Sean Combs.
Yes, that's his legal
All right,
name.
so yeah, that's who he is.
As far as I know.
So that's where we are today, and I think it's kind of important that we do talk about that. Not important, but I kind of wanted to talk about that because if you're like us and you grew up in the 90s, you remember how big Puffy was.
Right.
You know, in the music industry.
So 1990, I was 10.
I was
You
10. Yeah.
So by 94, 95, we was 15. That was the height of Bad Boy. I remember walking down the hallways in high school and seeing, I don't know where I saw it. Maybe it was a poster. I don't think school would have a poster of an album cover on school. But I was in school walking down the hall, and I remember seeing the big...
And we didn't have YouTube, so it wasn't
the
YouTube.
Biggie, that was Biggie Smalls album. With the little baby with the afro on the front.
Somebody probably brought it to school.
Was that it, though? With the baby, with that little infant on the front of the album with the afro?
I think
that was Biggie's album. Anyway, I remember seeing that distinctly for some reason. That is burned into my memory.
Yeah.
So that was the height.
That was the height of it.
Bad Boy.
Right, all of his, Bad Boy records, and then all of his collaborations that he did. He was everywhere. You heard about Biggie, and you had to hear about Puff. You heard about Mace, and then you heard his Puff, and you Lil' Kim, and then his Puff. So he was everywhere.
Were you a fan?
I was a fan.
I can't say I was a fan, but I wasn't really a fan, like a hardcore fan of rap, of hip hop or rap music. Period. So
I thought it was good music. Now I wasn't supposed to be listening to that music, but I thought it was good music.
Yeah, it definitely will have your head bob.
It did. But today, that was then. But today we're talking about something much more serious, and these are the most recent allegations that have come out against Puffy that's making big headlines. So Bruce and I have seen him rise to the top. And so now we're at this moment where we're actually seeing all of that possibly crumble down, which is very impactful for a lot of his fans and then others who weren't quite fans, but to just see how all of this is coming together. So then we're just now going to talk about those details and just dive into it. All right, y'all. So this article we had on the screen the whole time was one that we read. It was from the Independent. This is like a UK media outlet from the Independent. But this is an article that we read about Diddy, and I think let's see how recent it is. What's the date? 10 hours ago. So it's what are the latest allegations against Sean Diddy Combs as he's arrested in New York. Okay, shocking video footage shows the music mogul attacking his then girlfriend Cassie as two more women come forward with allegations, and that's reported by Andrea Cavalier. What do you think about this article?
What I think about
what's going on now? Now we already know about Cassie, so we saw that video come out, which was that was shocking, and I think obviously it was shocking because of what she had to go through, but even more shocking that this did not come out sooner. Given the how is it cold?
No.
Oh,
well,
that's how shocking that video was.
Maybe it
right?
was, yeah.
It was really shocking. I mean, just to see that, and then there's no doubt about it. That was who we were looking at. We were looking at Diddy. It's really serious. So we're talking about sexual harassment, drugging,
sex trafficking, drugs, guns.
At his parties, these parties that he was, these house parties or white parties or whatever kind of parties, freak offs. That's what they're calling it, right?
Yeah.
We all knew about Diddy and his parties, but if you are outside of that world of Hollywood, you really don't know what really goes into that. And so people were kind of mum. They didn't really want to talk about, the goings on at those parties. But now we're seeing, more and more coming out about it. One of the former employees, they alleged that he was forced into these, he called them dangerous situations during these parties between 2022 and 2023. So very recent. And this is in the Independent. If you want to go back and read the article, it's here. There is even talk, which is kind of lines with R. Kelly. There's some underage trafficking going on behind the scenes also. And I think that's a little further down in this article. So I can't say that hearing all of these allegations where I could say, man, that's so shocking. I can't even believe it. I mean, I can't say that. I don't know. I know Puffy from the music videos and the interviews, but I don't know Puffy as a person. Bruce showed me just the other day. And if I'm rambling, I'm sorry. There's a lot that I want to address. But
yeah, that's the only, I'll be honest with you guys. The only thing that really, I heard all the stories were coming out relatively recently. The parties, we knew about the parties, the white parties, that Puffy was infamous for he was famous for the parties. Celebrities would be there and stuff. I didn't know anything about the after parties though. So now that all that's coming out, I have to say that I wasn't really shocked.
Right.
But what is funny, what you were about to tell them, what's funny is what did shock me, which finally pushed me over the edge and said, yeah, maybe this guy needs to be separated from other people for a while.
Yeah.
Meaning, in this case, jail.
Yeah.
Maybe he needs to be separated from people from a while was the videos of him playing the Joker. Because we don't know the exact details. We don't know what's true, what's not true. You can sit there and say this, yeah. But none of us really know. And we won't know until we know.
Yeah.
But that video kind of pushed me over the edge as far as thinking, okay, he might need to be separated for a little while from other people.
Yeah, watch the video so you can
get
the context of what we're saying. But and it was it was
sinisterness about it.
It
was sinister,
and it wasn't because he was playing the Joker with the mask on.
He's not a good actor or that good of an actor. It was a sinisterness that was emanating from him. That go check it out.
It was the Power actor. I can't think of his name, but I don't know, that might help you find it on YouTube. But it was he had an interaction with, I think it was an actor from Power. I think it was Power, but I don't know the actor's name. But check that out and let us know.
And it's unfortunate because how he was acting in that video, was out before any of this happened. But how he was acting in that video, unfortunately, lines up a little bit with all the stories of people acting how he has a temper or an anger problem.
Well, that's okay. Go back just a little bit. That's where his name Puffy came from.
That's
apparently
what
that's what they're saying. Yeah.
Allegedly, that's where the name Puffy. I've also seen interviews where he said he can't get into why.
Right.
Where that nickname come from.
Right.
And given all the allegations now, who knows where that name came from.
Yeah, that's true.
But so you heard a lot different stories of where his name came from. I don't really care where his name comes from. Yeah. I tell Carla all the time, I'm calling him Sean Combs.
Sean Combs.
I feel weird calling
Sean Combs,
this man
but he was always Puffy.
Or most definitely Puff Daddy. No.
He was Puffy.
No.
He was Puffy, but
I call him Sean Combs.
Then P. Diddy to us was weird. Like, wait, P. Diddy?
What is that?
Word?
Yeah,
but
when all these names back in the day, when all these different names was coming, I was like, what's
going on?
Puffy.
Yeah, and there may be something behind that too.
Diddy.
But yeah. So if you've been following Sean Combs for a while, you know that this really is not his first brush with the law. Like I've even heard even back then. About, J-Lo with the gun and Shine and, they even have his name linked with Biggie's murder and Tupac's murder. I mean, it's a whole lot of stuff.
Maybe
You've always heard his name somehow in the middle of that storm. So in all of that I just want to start off at first saying that right here, it says that he has strongly denied all of the allegations against him. And his attorneys are saying that, he is still maintaining his innocence. But I think that is up to us to see for ourselves and to put all the pieces together. Although we don't see all the evidence, but just looking at the video that we saw, that kind of with Cassie, the video that we saw.
Yeah, then go check out that of
video,
him playing the Joker that Halloween, where he was supposedly, and I've heard it said, terrorizing, quote unquote, Hollywood Boulevard of that year. I don't know what year it was. A few years ago, last year, I don't know. Yeah. But he dressed up apparently as the Joker, Heath Ledger's Joker from the movie, and he was terrorizing Hollywood Boulevard, and you can see it in the people. And there's two videos that were highlighted. It was with the actor from the show Power, I believe. I don't know his name. And then it was Tyler, the creator. Is that his name?
Yes. Yeah.
Tyler, the creator, pulled up in a truck, and you could tell in his face he was like, he didn't know what to do. Yeah. He was just like, and he knew who it was. Yeah. But he was just like, yo, what do I do? But so he eventually just pulls off. Okay. But go check those out. And that along with the Cassie video is like, maybe he does just need a break for a little while, just a break.
Tell us what you think about it.
But I definitely felt a sinister. That's the word that comes. Yo, I don't want to call him names or anybody names, but the name that was given to him, the Diddler, it just goes along with like the villain thing. Yeah. It's like we got the Penguin, we got the Joker, we got Scarecrow, all the Batman villains, and then we got the Riddler, then we got the Diddler. Yeah. And it's just funny that he dressed up as the Joker that Halloween.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
we'll put that video.
So, I just want to be really fair about all of this. Is there are going to be two sides where you've got, and I don't mean two sides like who's right, who's wrong as far as victim, and then I'm not saying that. I'm saying two sides as far as the public reaction goes. And some people are going to stand behind him because of the music, just like with R. Kelly. You saw a lot of people saying, regardless of what was going on, they were still standing.
Life moved on.
Yeah, and they were still with him. And then you had those who were like, whoa, man.
Life moved on, and R. Kelly is still in jail.
Yeah. And then you think about...
Nobody's above anything, I guess.
Anybody
can go.
Anybody can go. The thing, y'all, that really is disturbing to me is that there is no way we can say that nobody knew about this. This was a secret. It was a secret. But the fact that it was a secret and nobody ever really made a big explosion about this, because they said they were investigating him since 2008, but I don't believe that's when it all began. But why is it that right now, all of these, we have so many victims that were impacted by his behavior. But why didn't anybody say anything earlier or speak up about it earlier? I can't wrap my mind around that. And I know there are a lot of forces behind all of it. People were afraid for their lives and this, that, and the other. But my goodness, Cassie wasn't the first.
I mean, I think people liked it too.
People liked it?
Yes.
What do you mean? The parties? I'm sure they liked the parties, but I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about the sinister nature of the behavior. Because while we at the parties and hey, we got a white party, we having a good time, yeah, that's fun. But then it got dark. I'm talking about in that dark realm where...
For the inner circle of people, whoever that was at those after parties.
The after party.
They unless they were there against their will, those people were probably scared.
Probably, yeah.
Everybody else was having fun. They wanted to be there.
Yeah.
So why would you talk about it? It would end everything.
Well, I think, okay, like Gene Deal, you see on all over the internet right now was Puffy's bodyguard, whatever. He knew all this information for all these years. I'm just saying, like, too many people turned a blind eye, and so many people's lives could have been spared if somebody would have just said, hey, oh, wait a minute.
Well, did he? I don't know if he showed up because he's all over YouTube.
He's all over YouTube now.
I don't know if he showed up after the Cassie video or before. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So of course, Diddy has Sean Combs has a defense, and so they're saying these are fabricated. It's all fabricated, and they're false allegations, and it's reckless, and it's a part of an effort to bring him down, and all these things. So they're denying it. They're saying, none of it is true. Mm-hmm. But whether or not he's guilty, I think people's perception of him now has been changed.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, his image has taken a huge hit.
If he manages to be found not guilty, yeah, he took. I tell you one thing. He ain't throwing no more parties.
No.
Even if he did, they not coming. But you know what? And I was telling Carla earlier, he might do everything that he was doing, start it all back up. Maybe not as deep as he was doing it, but the parties, the white parties,
yeah,
because people enjoy those. They enjoy going to them, and he's been found not guilty. So my conscience is clear. I'm going to the party.
If
man.
he's found not guilty.
If he's found not guilty.
Right.
My conscience is clear. Yeah, I think he was. Yeah, he might have been guilty of all that stuff. But my conscience is clear. He's been found not guilty. I'm going to the parties. They was fun.
Okay, but I think that's just kind of surface, the parties, the white parties. But I think what they're saying was there was a whole other.
I wasn't there. I'm going to the white party.
And just that one. Just that party.
They were fun.
Not the other one. Not the closed door party that they've been talking about. We're not doing that one.
Yeah, if those went on, because I wasn't there, so I don't know if those went on. But the law said that they did.
They went on, yeah. That's what they said.
And he gets found not guilty, they're gonna go if he's stupid enough to keep them going, to start it up again, it's gonna go even further underground. It has to.
And so I think in that world, it's all about your reputation, and so. I think Hollywood. It's about how you.
Yeah, that's the currency. Reputation is currency in Hollywood.
Right.
How you I ain't gonna say treat people, because the lower
how you look to people, how people perceive you.
Yeah, the lower people don't. You could treat them any old kind of way. How you treat the higher up people.
So I think right now the question is: has the damage already been done? Can he be redeemed as far as his reputation goes, and how the public's perception of Sean Combs?
Does he? Then I asked the question: does he want to be redeemed as far as the public goes?
What do you mean?
Like,
does he want to?
If this is just me, because I am how I am. He's who he is. I've been to the tip top of quote unquote success. On this earth. I had the money, I had the fame, I had the influence, I had the power. Do I want to go back to all that? Do I want that again? Right. After what I've been through? Does he even want that?
Well, I just simply mean not his music industry reputation, but I'm just saying as a person. Sean Combs is still his name. He still has that, right? And so I'm saying, will there always be this? Yeah,
he will always have influence to a certain degree because of what he achieved. I mean, you would be stupid to ignore.
I don't mean that. I don't mean influence. Okay, so give an example. When you hear, I'm gonna just say this name, and I just want any feeling that you have, I want you to stick it in your mind, and then I think I can drive the point home. R. Kelly.
What you mean do?
What you feel? What you
think?
I feel? What did you think? Just be honest. What did you think? What was the first thing? R. Kelly. What? Say it. Say it quick.
Some good music. Good songs.
That ain't one the first thought you was thinking. When you hear the name, do you think about the music, or are you thinking about what he did?
I think about the music
or what
first.
They're alleging that he did.
I think about the music first, and then I think about what he's in jail for. Because I've known him. Think about it. I've known him longer for the music than what.
Well, we've been hearing about Aaliyah since she was 14 years old. So we've been hearing about all of this stuff.
But we didn't
even
know.
Back in, was that
even
high
to
school?
this day, we still don't know about the Aaliyah thing.
Well, they came
we know
out
about everything else.
Married, got married. That
was
okay. My point, the point that I'm trying to make is
the other stuff that he was doing that people assumed he was doing to her.
Right.
We don't know as far as she goes.
But I think I just want to stay on this point here that I'm trying to make is about his reputation. And given everything that's coming out now, what I'm trying to say is, when you hear his name, it can come out that he is found innocent. Hey, it was all made up. Everybody's just lying.
Mm-hmm.
But when you hear his name, are you still going to think about that? Because everybody is, and they're already developing their own ideas of what's. Oh man, that's why. Oh, they're piecing it all together in their own minds.
Mm-hmm.
Are we still going to see him the same way after all of this?
As before, all this came out.
I don't mean as a person, Sean Combs, because I mean he was more than just the music. I think to a lot of people, right?
See, it depends. I think it depends on your maturity level. It depends on where you come from and your experiences in life. Are you mature enough to separate Sean Combs from Puffy?
Ooh.
He has family. He's a father. He's a son. He's a brother. I think he has siblings.
I don't know.
He's a friend. I mean,
I think that's the point that I'm
if you're mature enough to separate all that from that, as we all should do, because what if you do something? You want people to know I'm more than that. I made a mistake. I made a lot of mistakes.
That's the point, I guess.
Back to back. Somebody told me stop, and I kept making them.
Everybody makes mistakes.
But you want to be seen more for your mistakes.
Yeah.
So I do believe that he will always be associated with what's going on right now.
That's my point.
Always.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, he will.
Yeah.
That's the price. Yeah. That's the cost.
It's so I think there are obviously industry ramifications and legal ramifications, because not just personally for Sean Combs as the music mogul, but if it all turns out to be true, that's going to be huge for the music industry in general, like as a whole, because we've seen like the Me Too movement that kind of was like a huge thing that shook up Hollywood. It could be the start of something in the music industry, like that was in that, this could be the start of something that's going to shake up the music industry and expose a lot of what people have been saying. So then I was thinking the other day, how you have these artists that come out and they out for a split second and then boom, they're gone. It's like, wait, what in the world? That song was hot, but where'd it go? I'm starting to think maybe they saw like the inner workings and they were like, oh no, I can't handle parts of this. It's right here. This
and also those artists that been out for a minute, then all of a sudden they like boom everywhere, like whoa,
what's happening? And so that's what I'm saying. Maybe this is like the start of that like the reckoning in the music industry that people have been like screaming for the longest, but because they didn't really have a name, it didn't matter. Yeah. So if it turns out that he's guilty, it is going to change not only how people view him, but the entire entertainment ecosystem.
Yes, because from what we understand or what's being alleged, there are very influential people in these videos.
It might be bigger than what we've anticipated.
And not all of them, most of them were not there against their will.
Yeah. Day 26 and Danny Kane. They both came out of Making the Band. Oh yeah, Michael Jackson. But focus. Mm-hmm. They came out of that. Remember Making the Band?
Yes.
Okay.
Which turned out to be a joke.
It can turn out to be a joke. Okay. Now Diddy's right here, and then you've got Day 26. Danny Kane. Diddy was like in charge of all of that, and so a lot of stories started coming out. But people kind of dismissed when Ness and that's the band. What were they called? What they called the band?
The band.
Yeah. Ness and that. Okay, they dismissed that, and then when Day 26 came on the scene, remember Q was like acting like. I believe Q had been exposed to some things. And if you go now and look at Q, compare him to when they came out at the very beginning and look at him now, totally different person. And I kept saying, I thought that maybe he had seen some things or, exposed to some things in that world. Now you look at Danny Kane, Dawn Richard. I thought it was Dawn Richard, but it's Dawn Richard. If you look at how she was when she came out in Day 26 and then look at her now, looks like a totally different person. Dawn, it has now come out with a lawsuit as well. So she has been trying to say, look, this is what I've been exposed to. This is what I've been going through. And you can kind of almost see it on her, that change that's taking place in her, just like with Q. Mm-hmm. So I think if we all just step back a minute and just, Justin Bieber, look at him. Look at how that transformation took place from the time that he was a little kid under the wing of Puffy and Usher and whoever else. And then look at him now. So I think sometimes when you are exposed to the things that a lot of these people have been exposed to, they just can't handle all of it mentally. Where do you even put it in your brain? Like I've seen that, okay, where do I tuck that? How do I handle that? You know, how can I deal with
some people, yeah.
For some people, but then it starts to show on them this heaviness that they're trying to carry. But
it's a Hollywood look. I heard people say it's called a Hollywood.
It's odd.
The Hollywood look.
Yeah.
When your soul is just gone.
Yeah, it's almost like they have to completely.
I don't know. That's what I've heard that said. When your soul is gone, you're empty. That's that Hollywood look. That's why you wear sunshades.
Oh, is that why they say that?
Yeah.
So you can't see the eyes?
Yeah, it's just dead inside. If y'all only knew what I had to do to get here.
But yours not
sunshades. I know, I got it. If y'all only knew what I had to do to get here.
Wow.
But I don't know.
It's really sad. Okay, so this video is going longer than what we had hoped because there's a lot that I kind of wanted to talk about, but I don't know Diddy. He never called me on the phone and tell me his business. So I don't know him. I'm just going off.
We don't know him.
I don't know him.
Disclaimer: we do not know.
I don't know Diddy. Sean Combs.
Everything is alleged, and I'm totally fine and agree with that.
Yeah.
Let the law do what it does. If he's found innocent, great. If he's found guilty, it's unfortunate.
So, Bruce and I like I said, we grew up with Diddy. We seen his rise to fame, and now we're seeing that other side. It might be just that an end of an era for him. Well, maybe he'll have an opportunity to clear his name. Who knows? We'd like to hear your thoughts. So if you would just engage with us in the comments, just let us know what you've been thinking. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment.
Yes.
Yeah.
We appreciate you guys tuning in and hanging in there. Like I said, we've been gone for a little while.
For a while, yeah.
But hey, we back.
Mm-hmm. So again, thank you for watching. Click that like button, subscribe, leave us a comment. Let's have a conversation about this. What do you think? Did you grow up with Diddy? Did you think that maybe this was going to happen? You know, what do you think? What are your thoughts? Thank you for watching.
Peace.